Good morning from day 20. Didn't quite make it up to where I was initially hoping to. Pulled up short because it was a long and hard day. So we did about 12-13 miles. As you can see, lots of tents up here. As I mentioned, one of the problems for AT hikers through the Smokies is that the shelters can be booked for day hikers. So got here and the shelter was already fully booked, so I'm pitched up a tent here and yeah, just packing up now before we head on out for the morning. Anyway, all right, catch you later. The trail has suddenly gone all slightly Scottish. It's amazing, just the change in the last couple of 100 meters. Whew. Look at this tree that I guess has been struck by lightning, and that's what's burnt the inside, but it's all kind of twisted, knotted around. Amazing. Here we are at Clingmans Dome. It's a winding ramp that leads up to apparently some phenomenal views. And Clingmans Dome is a couple of things. So first of all, it's about 200 miles. So I think 200.9 or something. So done 200 miles on the AT now. And secondly, it's also the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. So technically everything is downhill from here. So it should be easier, right? Whew. This is not a short ramp. All the way up. Trying to save like the pan around view, the spectaculars of this until we get up there. Sorry for puffing and panting. It was a hike up here, but apparently there's no one. Yep, there's no one up here. I've got it all to myself. So that is out west. Looking north. Looking east. And then looking south from where we've come. So somewhere, maybe here, here is Standing Indian, where we were many days ago. But yeah, this is views all around, spectacular. So just checking in. This is breathtaking. It's been a trek up here, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday in particular was punishing, really hard day. I'm stopped somewhat short of the miles originally planning to do. So originally planned to do something like 17 miles yesterday, which would leave a relatively short hop up to this and potentially do this for sunrise. But in hindsight, I don't think I would have made it up here for sunrise. It's still a fairly decent haul trek up from the last camp spot we passed, and some of it was pretty, not sketchy, but pretty thin, pretty narrow on some of the edges, and there's ice and snow around in a bunch of places. So yeah, you have to be careful of your footing, especially especially at my age. Don't want to slip and break your hip or something. But yeah, it's more than worth the view. Stunning and spectacular. And if I pan you down there, you can see Nutter Butter and Nate, who have been up here for a while. They are casually chilling, resting and relaxing. So yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. figured I'd take this opportunity. I said I'd talk about the tramley a couple of days ago. I said maybe talk about them tomorrow, but as I mentioned in a previous video, yesterday in particular was a tough day, so didn't quite get around to it. Whew, just strip off a little bit. Okay, so first of all, trail names. Most through hikers have a trail name, and it ranges from the deeper meaningful to the ridiculous and stupid nicknames, things that have like a particular purpose. But it's all basically an easy way for us to remember each other's names instead of hey, Paul, oh Paul again, or Paul again. The names that we try to remember in real life. So I introduced myself as Soap, because that's been a nickname of mine for years. And some people have got nicknames, some people have got trail names already. So you'll hear people referred to as that and probably never hear what their real name is. A lot of people I've met, I don't even know what their real name is. I just know them by a trail name. So that's kind of trail names. And say they can mean something, they can not mean something, they can be for a deeper meaningful reason or not. So Cheese Block, for example, is called Cheese Block because he carried a 2-pound block of cheese from day one. He ate it all, but he had a 2-pound block of cheese. So the craziness of it, we called him Cheese Block. And he, again, part of the trail name is that the person has to like it. So it's not intended to be a mean thing. It's intended to be something that people like and go by. So that's our trek names. Our tramley. So a tramley or a trail family is a group of people who are hiking together who essentially form a mini family, and we all kind of lean on each other. So in our tramley, there's kind of a core, 4 of us in our tramley. So Gadget and I met on the approach trail on day 0. And we stayed in Black Gap shelter together with Sylvie or Forrest, and suffered through the thunder that shook the entire shelter, and kind of bonded from there. And we've been like shelter hopping together ever since. And then Nutter Butter and Cheese Block, we met on our day 3, maybe day 3 or day 2, somewhere around there. We met them really early on, and the 4 of us, along with some others, have kind of all been doing similar distances, and we most of the days we don't actually hike together. We go off at our own pace. Nutter Butter is usually the fastest hiker, and I'm normally near the back, old and slow, but we're not too far apart, all of us. So we see each other in the mornings. We see each other usually maybe for lunch, if we stop at a nice place, and then we meet up at like a shelter at the end of the day, and we get on well. We've bounced off each other. We've motivated each other, and split shuttles and hostel fees and stuff like that. So it's mutually beneficial, and we get on well, and it's a really good small tramley with, as I say, there's a bunch of other people who have been part of the tramley and have maybe moved on a bit further or have dropped back a little bit behind us or whatever. And we plan on catching up with them all at some point, hopefully. So Jess or Sassafras, Rocky, Sylvie or Forrest, hopefully we'll see her again. Stick, a whole bunch of people who we've seen, who you may have seen in my videos if you're watching. But yeah, so that's a tramley. It's a loose collection of people, and we all get on really well. We kind of lean on each other, and if we all decide to do different miles, we'll do different miles, and maybe we'll catch up with each other down the line. But it's for now, it seems to work out really well for us. But yeah, that's the tramley. I thought I'd give it to you, a bit of an explanation on it now while I'm on a high, because I'm on the top of Clingmans Dome, 200 miles, highest point. Life is good. Anyway, bye.